Hello and welcome to the Rainy Night Listens podcast. I'm Haley.
And I'm Wyatt, and this is the podcast that you save for a rainy night instead of a rainy day. All right, we are doing part 4 of FNAF.
Woohoo!
Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you excited?
Five Nights at Freddy's. I like spaghetti. I'm never gonna finish that joke.
I'm never going to let you because this one is going to be a short one and we're going to get another episode out of this.
Yes!
Yeah, because I think there's not enough information posed for the ending of the story we're given so far. So I ended it on purpose with hopes that we'll get more information by the time the next episode airs. But we probably won't.
Come on, FNAF creators.
Yeah, come on, Scott Cawthon, get a hold of them.
Come on,
fill in the gaps for me,
Cawthon.
please.
Do it.
That's all I ask. I want it to be nice, presentable, and fulfilling. Too bad, am I right?
You right.
Anyways, once again, I'm going to start all of them by showing off the characters. We've got, William, Henry, business partners, Edwin, which we covered in the very first episode. I mean, we've covered every character that I want to cover at this point. I mean, you've seen and heard of everybody at this point. Mm-hmm. All of their family members and their tragic fates. And then we've got our timeline.
Crying has not ceased.
I've tried to change it every episode.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, so we've at this point we've covered from, well, I guess prior to 1970 through mid to late 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's really not a whole lot left. And like I said, this one's going to be short because the 2029 through 2036, I want more information than what I have, which is probably stupid. But first, let's do Hagen's historical word of the day.
Hagen.
More.
More.
Moa.
Moor.
E.
More.
Moor.
More.
Moor.
Very more.
Lemure. Anyways, so starting off 2023, Fazbear's Fright is announced. Is announced to open in a local amusement park. The character who is Fazbear Fright's security guard at this time is believed to be Michael Afton. If you remember, he is gross.
Son.
He is gross, decaying, and purple at this point.
I forgot he was all rotten now.
Yeah, it is believed to be Michael. Some people theorize it's not Michael, but I think the general consensus is that it's Michael that works there.
Wait, so how did he get a job if he's disgusting?
I guess he fit in a fright attraction.
They're like, he really takes his job seriously.
Yeah, dude, the security guard looks like a zombie.
He really fits in with the overall ambiance.
He looks and smells like a zombie.
We've had him talk to HR, but it just will not. The smell is so bad.
I mean, it's good that he works by himself at night, but it literally lingers through the office during the day.
Everyone can smell it.
It's so bad. But the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 take place at this point. So basically on the first night, not much happens aside from Phone Dude. He explains how things works and gives an understanding of the place. But then from the second night onward, Phone Dude explains that they're bringing in an animatronic they found at an old location that fits the spooky vibe perfectly. This animatronic is named Springtrap. I think you know who that is.
Isn't
right?
that the one that killed William?
Yeah, that is William.
Oh, frick.
Yeah, that's just straight up William. And so for the next, 4 nights, for this game, you have to keep Springtrap distracted by playing sound effects in other rooms, so he'll go and investigate those rooms instead of the one you're in. You have to lock doors, close off vents in hopes of stopping him and stuff.
Ew.
But yeah, this is basically where William comes back as a zombie. I guess zombification runs in the family.
Yeah, apparently.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, on the 6th night, I know this is a very big surprise. The location burns down.
What?
I know, it's so unexpected. But once again, he, Springtrap gets out. He gets burned in it. Don't get me wrong. He does get burned, but he survives.
Oh.
Because, he's William and he always comes back.
He always comes back.
Everything else was sold at auction. And then later that year, Henry Emily put out an ad for a franchise that Michael Afton took. So,
What?
Henry, I'll explain on the next slide. That place being named Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. So, this is the events of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. It is, like I said, Henry Emily put out I guess it's called a franchisee, huh? Yeah. He put out a franchisee, and Michael took part in it. And it was just kind of a ploy to... I guess I'll read this first and then explain it. But
Okay.
basically, all the surviving animatronics are gathered here, those being Molten Freddy, Scrap Trap, Scrap Baby, and Lefty.
What is Molten Freddy?
You'll see on the next
Oh,
slide.
no.
But after gathering them all up in one place, Henry locks down the entire location with obviously only the animatronics, himself and Michael inside, and then proceeds to burn the building down,
Dude.
thus ending the whole story of pain and suffering. Too bad it didn't end.
Oh my gosh.
After
of course
this-
not.
After this, the events of Ultimate Custom Night take place, which basically after William was burned alive, he gets his spirit gets dragged into a purgatory type place by the one you shouldn't have killed, who is Cassidy, the other kid possessing Golden Freddy. You know how it was it
Yeah.
was kind of his son and Cassidy were possessing Golden Freddy. Cassidy was the one that pulled him into a purgatory. It's called Ultimate Custom Night. It's basically a game where there's I don't even know what the number is. Upwards of I think it's more. It's sorry, I'm trying to get a general
No,
number
you're
in my
good.
head. Somewhere above 20 plus animatronics, different characters throughout all the games, including ones that you haven't seen before, ones that were in the books and stuff. And it's just him living out eternal torment of all these different characters. It's a never-ending cycle of all of the different characters hunting him down, attacking him, all that stuff. And then there's a character in the game called Old Man Consequences, which is a break in between where he just kind of talks to him about his life decisions and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's meant to be purgatory, and never-ending suffering, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's about time he gets any form of punishment for all the terrible things he's done.
any form of reciprocation for his actions. But sorry, I'll also cover a little bit more detail on Pizzeria Simulator. I kind of glossed over that. Basically, Henry put out the ad, Michael took it. So basically they're running a pizzeria, and during which time, I don't know if it's explained that the animatronics were drawn there because it was another location bound to the, the name and stuff, or if Henry lured them there. But basically he'd bring them in and he'd Michael would analyze them. He would test I don't know, because it had to be a game, so there had to be something to it. So it was he was testing their reactions to certain things, doing this, but then he would take them in because you're supposed to be running a pizzeria. But once he got all of them gathered into one place, Henry slammed the shutters down. And that there's a really long monologue that I don't know if it's a fan made thing or a canon thing, but it's Henry's final monologue that he says while the building's burning down with every surviving character or animatronic inside. And It's really cool. If you get the chance, I'd say listen to it. Like it's really
Okay.
in depth because he talks about like my daughter. I want you to finally be free of this like
Oh.
pain that you're in. And like Michael, if you want to leave, you can, but I know you probably don't want to.
Okay, see, I was just
And
about to ask, why did he try to kill Michael? But
no,
that makes more sense. He gave him the option to leave and he chose not to.
yeah, like
Which is fair. If you're
yeah.
a rotty corpse, I wouldn't really
Yeah.
want to.
And then Scrap Baby being Michael's sister,
Uh-huh.
and well, what you call it? And then William himself being there.
Yeah.
But that's probably my favorite part is how they personified Henry like talking to William. It was like, and for one of you, one of the deepest pits in hell is waiting for you or something like that. Like
Jeez.
it's so aggressive, but it's so good.
That is
Like it's
awesome.
such a good monologue. I hope you listen to it, and anyone listening listens to it. It's so well done. But yeah, here's all 4 of the animatronics I was talking about. You've got Lefty, Molten Freddy, Scrap Trap, and Scrap Baby.
Ew.
Molten Freddy's kind of, he's like pretty much like I think the children's souls all mixed into one like thing that's like it's I believe it's just their souls in one animatronic that's kind of just literally being held together by threads. Like it's kind of
Gotcha.
destroyed. And then you've got Scrap Trap, which is obviously William, who's been through 3 different fires, and like how many years of time has passed. He's very gross
Yeah.
looking. Like if you look at his head, it's like skull and brains sticking out on the top.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Gross.
there's a lot of visible meat and bone all
Uh-huh.
over him. Scrap Baby is like all of the animatronics, including Michael's sister's ghost, tried to reform another. Because they were entered, they tried to rebuild a Scrap Baby. I get like they tried to rebuild another body
Okay.
and made Scrap Baby.
Gotcha.
And then Lefty is, I guess this is kind of off topic. When I was like growing up, I had 2 favorite animatronics throughout the game before I learned the lore. It was the Marionette and Lefty. I don't know why. Those were just the 2 I liked the most.
Uh-huh.
And then I later found out they were the same character because Lefty was built by Henry Emily. He built Lefty specifically. Like as you can see, I put 3 names under him. He's Lefty and then Left E and the puppet. So his real name is the middle abbreviation. It's Lure, Encapsulate, Fuse, Transport, and Extract. But he's called Lefty for short, and he holds his microphone in his left hand.
Uh-huh.
He's left-handed. Well, he was built by Henry Emily to capture the marionette and like bring her to the location because
Oh.
like the other animatronics the other like ghost children and animatronics were kind of more drawn to it, but you know how she was always smarter. She was the one helping the other children
Yeah.
get like she was the defensive one and stuff. So he had literally built Lefty to capture her and bring her in.
Gotcha.
And he that's how they got the marionette in there because I feel like he probably wouldn't have been able to get her in otherwise because she's the smarter one. But yeah, I really like Lefty. He's a cool character.
That is really cool.
But yeah, if I'm being honest, I know it won't, but I want more information before doing the last part because it will cover how the Mimic came back into play after, so many years later. And if I finish it now, it'll only have plot holes. So, thank you for your patience. I think it's been 60 years since the Mimic, wandered into the forest at the end of Secret of the Mimic. It just killed the main character and wandered into the forest. And I tried looking it up and I never got an answer. It doesn't explain how he came to be in... they explain how he got into it, but they don't explain anything that happened in that 60-year span because did Fazbear Entertainment just like capture him shortly after he wandered into the woods?
That's fair.
Was he on the loose for like X amount of years and then they captured him and held on to him for
Which
X
if he
amount
was
of
on the
years?
loose, how did he not just like break down and fall apart after that much
Yeah.
time in the wilderness?
Yeah. Or like, how did they capture it? A thing that, learns to copy everything, can fit in any suit. Like, I know you didn't play Secret of the Mimic, but he can be massive. Like, one of the animatronics that he possesses is like 15 feet
Oh,
tall.
really?
Not possesses, but his whole thing is that his arms and legs can have like hydraulic cylinders or whatever in them, so his arms and legs can stretch and get longer, or they can shrink and get
Jeez.
shorter, so he can fit smaller suits or bigger suits. I don't know. It just, with how dangerous he is as a character, I refuse to just accept that he was gone for 60 years. Now he's back.
That's fair.
I don't think that's a good enough ending. I mean, a good enough explanation. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks this, or maybe I missed something. I tried to look it up and figure out what happened, but all it was is, for the next one I'll be covering is Help Wanted 1. It was, they scanned the Mimic circuit boards into this and made a game out, or scanned them into this game for hardware stuff, and I'm like, how? When did the Mimic come back? How'd they get a hold of it? You can't just say, oh, he was gone for 60 years, but now that we have him,
And now he's back.
And by the way, he's back. And it was like a big... So I'm going back to double check. Yeah, Help Wanted will be the next one we cover, and that takes place 6 years later. But... yeah, I don't think that's a good enough... answer for what happened to the Mimic. Something as dangerous and as smart as the Mimic. I don't want it to just be, yeah, he was gone, he's back, and now he's killing people again.
That's fair.
So.
Well, hey, maybe they'll make another one, and
I hope so.
then we'll get some closure to the FNAF franchise.
FNAF. But yeah, what do you think of so far of this?
I feel like it's very interesting that everything just always keeps coming back.
I always come back.
Yeah, like I don't know. I really like this whole, I like all of the lore behind this game, like gaming franchise, I guess. I feel like it's all really well put together, and I really like how all of the characters tie into one another.
Yeah.
And all of the crazy things that happen throughout such a long period of time. Like, I didn't realize until we were doing this that it goes clear back and then clear forward, like, into the future, too.
Yeah.
Like, it goes freaking hard. And so I've got mad respect for
I know.
the Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
I want to know how much Scott Cawthon had, like, planned and how much he just kind of started putting together as he was going.
That's fair.
Like, I want to know if he really masterminded this from, all of this story, or if it was just kind of falling into place as he was making the games, or if he just pieced it together and made it up as he went. Like,
So you said that there are books, too?
Yeah, for the most part, I believe the books aren't considered canon to the storyline.
Oh,
but they can provide information that people use, like the name of the younger son being crap, I forgot. It's been a minute since we talked about him. Evan. I believe the name Evan is given in one of the books.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a way that you could figure out his name was Evan without the books, but it was initially derived from the books. And then you later find out somehow that his name was Evan outside the books. But they give information, but for the most part, to my knowledge, they're not considered canon. I mean, I referenced them throughout the thing just because, if people use them for information, I'm going to try to quote that if I can. I mean, whole thing is that I'm trying to give as much as I can on this stuff, but... yeah, maybe there's a book that explained what happened to the Mimic. Maybe I'm stupid.
I do not think it's that.
It could be.
I was curious if he had written the books, and if he had, if it gave like a deeper explanation of everything.
Some of the books, to my knowledge, like some, I believe, the night before. I think I referenced the night before in the previous slide, didn't I? Previous slide. The previous part of this. Yeah, right there. Phone guy works as a security guard. This is when the events of the week before take place, which was an interactive novel.
Ah.
So I guess that one could be considered canon.
Yeah.
But everything I read of all the other books is they're not considered canon.
Interesting.
It's a lot of me clicking through slides, sorry.
You're good.
Well, yeah, that's all I've got for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.